Hey there, I'm Eric Metaxas, but I want to tell you about somebody who's not Eric Metaxas. It's a friend of mine. His name is Brad Stine. He's been described by the New Yorker magazine as God's comic. He's brilliant. He's actually funny. But the thing is that he has done a new show. He's created a show called The God Experience. So it's apologetics. You can bring your friends who aren't Christians to the show. He uses sleight of hand. It's magic. It's humor. I'm not kidding. He does sword swallowing as part of this, but it's fantastic. It's kind of like, no joke, it's kind of like Ravi Zacharias meets David Blaine. Is that freaky enough for you? So go to Brad Stine, it's STINE.com, bradstine.com. Check out The God Experience. He's terrific.
Hi, this is God's Comic, Brad Stine, and I'm here to tell you about a brand new show that I developed. You know, as my comedy career has evolved, I always try to use Judeo-Christian worldview as a means to tell the story of culture and how to bring humor to people, but also talk about issues that were happening in my country.
We experience it as though something somewhere is giving us a clue that something about us is different than everything else in the universe. Because why means that something has purpose, like something had you in mind. You see, when you believe something, it's one thing to believe it. It's another thing to stop and wonder, does it work? Can I live this belief system that I think is true?
I wanted to reach out to the atheists, the millennials, the ones who are being told that God isn't real anymore. And I think God helped me find a creative, artistic way to bring some humor, philosophy, apologetics, even some sleight of hand and some optical illusions into an event that allows people who believe in God to feel even deeper that He is intellectually accessible, as well as those who are seeking to see that there's answers to their questions about, is God real?
Every belief system has a genesis story. You got to start at the beginning. And the atheists, the materialists, the relativists, the agnostic, they have their own genesis story. In the beginning, there was nothing, and it blew up. I want to help others that aren't even my friends. I want to love even when someone doesn't love me. It's something else, deeper, a clue that God is here. It's always been there for you, but you have to choose to see Him. Look what they're going, oh. That's all. That's the God experience. Something suddenly becomes tangible that you couldn't see just a moment before. It matters what you believe or don't about God, because it affects the world.
He can't just reveal Himself the way we see other people, because He's bigger than that. He has to leave clues along the way. And once we learn to see and discern those clues, we see God everywhere, all the time.
The universe is larger and vaster than our minds can wrap around. That's exactly true. But there's one thing about this amazing, gigantic universe that I know is true. No matter how big it is, it has never once stopped and contemplated me. Because God says that's what faith is, a sixth sense. An ability to see without eyes. Every time a non-believer in God uses their mind, they're proving God. You see, it's not complicated. We see with our mind It's real. It's just in a different form than three-dimensional items. It's not complicated. It's the miracle of the God experience. You're doing it every second. I'm here. If God were real, he's in every dimension simultaneously, which means, by logic and reason, he's here right now. We just can't see him with our eyes because we are trained with 5 senses to observe only 3 dimensions. So he's here, but we are not equipped to see all his angles. That's not faith. It's physics. It's a clue that if God were real, it should look like this. You've got to train yourself to choose to see things as an accident or see everything as a miracle. That's the God experience. Go find him. He's waiting for you.
I dare you not to believe.